Okay, welcome back everyone. Now the keenest of eyes would have noticed that on the welding video we had some holes in the exhaust. Right there. Now I've ordered a new one, it's arrived. It's in two parts, so we need to take this off. I'm a wee bit nervous about the rubbers, getting them off, and then the two bolts that are on the flange over here, because they tend to be all rusted together. We might need heat on those nuts to get them off, but I've got the wee stubby impact as well, so hopefully that'll take it off no problem. But I'm nervous about the rubbers, and I'm nervous about those two bolts at the top. So we can see them there. That's what I'm nervous now. There's one directly in front of us and there's another one just behind us. So there's a 17 and a 17 on the other side as well. Now I've got the wee stubby Makita that I'm going to use for this. My mid-torque one's just too large to fit in that gap. Just make sure we got it round the right way. Fit it up in there. That's one. Like I said, there's one behind here which you need to get to. Remember your safety glasses. I must be the only person on the planet that can have safety glasses on and still get shit in my eye. There we go. My lucky hat. Oh. Right. So that's those two bolts out. Really it's just the rubbers left to try and unclip, but the metal can seize onto them or kind of rust around them. So they can be tricky to get off. Now I do have a slight confession to make. I did come out yesterday because these two bolts here were making me rather nervous. So I did already come out here and loosen them off. Now I was worried in case I would need to use heat. I was worried in case they'd be seized in, I'd have to cut them off. All these things are possible when you're trying to do exhausts. So I preempted, I came out yesterday, and thankfully actually, really, the wee Milwaukee stubby, actually took them off no problem. I used a wire wheel, I just wire wheeled the nut, stuck this on it, put it on setting 3, and it came off. So even though it's a small impact, it's actually really quite powerful. Either that or I was just super lucky with those bolts. I think I'm just super lucky with those bolts. Which is about time, because everything I've ever taken off of this van has always been an absolute nightmare. So it was nice for this one to be straightforward. Anyway, confession out the way. Let's go down to the rubbers now and try and break them free so we can drop this off. Okay, so there's 3 rubbers in total. 2 on the back of the silencer and the one just behind the camera at the end of the tailpipe. I believe these here are going to be a nightmare to take off. Fingers crossed though, that's not the case. Now, I do have a few screwdrivers and a pick to try and help get these rubbers off. And what I'm also going to do is I've got some silicone oil, which we'll put in there as well. I'll try and get the same for the other side. Down it comes. Oh. It is actually surprisingly heavy. Anyway, I'm gonna get the other one done on the bottom side and we'll take this out. Oh, and in true Scottish fashion, the rain has started. Right, let's drag this out, try and wrestle with it. Right, it appears I do not have enough room to manoeuvre it out here on the ground. I need to get the saw and chop it off. No, I need the saw. Now it'll take me 9 million years to cut it with this, but because of the rain, I don't want to bring the power cables out. Nope, scratch that. We'll get electrocuted instead. That's far too much labour. That'll get through it. There we go, done. Let's get back inside before the heavens open me even better. Camera's already getting soaking. See you in a minute. Is anyone else curious what this sounds like with the exhaust off? Let's find out. I didn't really hear any difference. So because of the gasket that will fit on this flange, I want to just give it a quick wire wheel down. I've got some sanding pads here. I'm just going to clean up this surface really, just so hopefully I'll accept the metal gasket better. I'm not too sure the best way of doing this. I don't know if I'm best putting the rubbers in first and then offering that up to the flange, or vice versa. I'm thinking though this is quite heavy, so I think actually I'll put them inside of the rubbers first just to support it, and then offer it up to the flange. Hopefully that'll make it easier to fit the gasket. I need some lube. Much easier. Although I think what I'll do is I'll get a cloth and I'll wipe that off once I'm finished. Unfortunately, you're not going to see much quickly, so I'm just going to put the 2 bolts there. I'm basically just using the originals that I had taken out. I had wire wheeled them down, and we need to fit this gasket. Now the part number for this is Echo Mike Golf 015, so EMG 015. So we need to put that on and then tighten this all up. Right, that's them all snugged up. Now hopefully there's still enough play here just for the tailpipe, so let's go and grab that and put that on. Okay, pro tip, put this bit on before you put that rubber on. Go. Right, that's that clamp on, all tightened down, rubbers in. I would call that good. Job done. There we go, that's that all done now. Thank you very much everyone for watching. Relatively easy one, you know, easy job this to do. A little bit tricky obviously trying to do it on the ground, but thankfully the Transit itself sits a wee bit higher, so there is room under here to move, just barely. If you're ever doing this job yourself, really the only issue is maybe the rubbers and obviously the bolts holding the exhaust on to the flange. That's your trickiest bit. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate you hanging around. If you found this information useful, like and subscribe to the channel. It does help us out. There's still plenty more videos to come. I've just ordered a service kit for the Transit, so we'll go through that as well. And I've also got a service kit on the C4 Picasso as well, so they'll be coming up soon. I also need to replace the front discs and pads on the C4 Picasso. so that'll be in another video as well. But thank you very much for hanging around with me today. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.